Anthony Ghosh is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Rasmus has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Alford. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Miguel Cabrera gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Out in front of it, strike one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Goodness. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Josh Donaldson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Jays, third baseman, Josh.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Verlander into his motion. Here it is on a ball and two strikes. Now Donaldson with a drive. That's well hit to deep left field. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. No offer on that one, and Verlander's run at full now, 3-2. To short. And he's retired, one away. At the plate, Kevin Pillar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. No offer on that one. Two balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Troy Tulowitzki gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Looking up is Upton. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki. His first homer so far in the series. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Shot foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. On the ground to the left side. Castellanos has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. J.D. Martinez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Striding into the box, Victor Martinez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit sharply toward the right side. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Justin Upton takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away.
Justin Upton.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Again to first. And again, he's back in safely. And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch, and he's set down on strikes for out number 2. Nick Castellanos set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Edwin Encarnacion will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. On the ground to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Now at the plate, Colby Rasmus. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Colby Rasmus.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. McCann is up with it. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away. Russell Martin gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Look out. 2-0 now. Outside, 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. I mean, his mechanics have called a cab and left the ballpark.
And a curious looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. And this pitch is taken by Martin as it misses for ball 4. Luis Valbuena will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, James McCann, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Catcher number 34, James.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Tap foul at home plate. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. They'll throw down to first, 1 away. Leadoff man retired now for the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Anthony Gose will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game. In there, strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Runners on first with 1 down. Chopped in front of home plate. Gonna be a tough play. Throw gets him, 2 down. So stepping in, Ian Kinsler, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here it comes. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Grounded to third. Donaldson's there, and he'll just slap the tag on the runner between second and third to end the inning. Anthony Alford digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Verlander sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Back to work now as Verlander, as the first pitch of the inning is swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Josh Donaldson will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
You know, if there's any consolation, though, he saw a lot of pitches. So,
and he's into second safely with a stolen base. No one out with a runner at second. And a foul pop behind the plate. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Bat explodes as this is popped up. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Kevin Pillar is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now Verlander will turn and go to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. McCann is there, and he'll bring this one in. And he is in there. Troy Tulowitzki stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance. Runner goes for third. Skied into very shallow right. Martinez will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Jose Bautista stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Runners on his way to third. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And to score, the runner from second. And a relay home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Digging in to try it again, Edwin Encarnacion. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 2 out here and a runner at second. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
And now here 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
And another foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Miguel Cabrera, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Hey now.
Ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, he gets a glove on it here to knock it down. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. J.D. Martinez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Stepping in, Victor Martinez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. And that's taken for strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Here's a little chopper up the middle to his left. Tulowitzki. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Justin Upton gets a shot here as he'll look to pick up the second run of the inning now from third base.
And you know, he doesn't really have to do that much right here. With 1 out, there's a ton of different ways for him to drive that guy in.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Gets a small piece near the plate. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Nick Castellanos stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Nick Castellanos.
First offering on its way. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. James McCann gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Alford makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Colby Rasmus is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Russell Martin is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Luis Valbuena is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Again, he sends it out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That misses. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Still 2-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Anthony Alford strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Will reach out with 1 hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the... Jose Iglesias heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2. Hit to short. Backhanded. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Anthony goes. We'll try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Swing and a little tapper that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Ian Kinsler stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Donaldson is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. Josh Donaldson comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
This is line to left. Upton is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the 1st out. Kevin Pillar will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if you can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike 1. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. 3 runs, 4 hits. And no errors in the game for Toronto. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Troy Tulowitzki strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Hot shot to 3rd. Castellanos is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Miguel Cabrera will stride in here to get the Tigers started in their half of the 6th.
First baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ranging back is Pillar. Gone! So a solo shot off the bat of Miguel Cabrera. His first homer here in the series. And the Tigers have cut the gap to 3-2 now. First pitch coming. Here it is. J.D. Martinez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Alford has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the 1st out. Victor Martinez digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Justin Upton steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Back to him, and that's off his leg. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word. Nick Castellanos will get his third shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up with 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Jose Bautista gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Verlander's ready. First pitch on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he's retired here, 1 away. Edwin Encarnacion will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now to the plate, Colby Rasmus. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Into the seats, 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. And he takes a called strike 2. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. James McCann will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
James McCann.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball, 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Jose Iglesias will dig in here, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1. This is skied out toward right. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th, and 2 gone. Anthony Goes will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Very weakly on the ground. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Ian Kinsler. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
1-0.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Swing and a little blooper to center. Pilar moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Russell Martin steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Catcher, Russell.
Ran the circle change in on him, a ball and no strikes.
Hook ball.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Verlander gets the sign. 1-2 on its way. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Popped up. And this is taken in for out number 1. Luis Valbuena will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Line to the right side, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Anthony Alford will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Hit to third. Taken in by Castellanos. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Miguel Cabrera comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Aaron Loup will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Pilar going back. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. J.D. Martinez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and it's strike 1. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Victor Martinez will dig in. Took a cold third strike his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Roberto Ozuna will make an early entrance into this one as he'll be asked to get 5 outs here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Boy, hitting the guy wouldn't exactly be the smoothest way to enter a ball game. He's lucky that one didn't get him.
Down the first base line. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing. Rasmus will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Justin Upton steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Valbuena's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Josh Donaldson digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout.
Mark Lowe is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. At the plate, Kevin Pillar. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Troy Tulowitzki is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. A little over-anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Chopped weakly to the left. Castellanos takes it in. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Striding in to start the 9th, Nick Castellanos, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. High in the air out towards shallow right. Alford moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. James McCann stands into the box. He could really use the knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a ball hit in the air. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Ground ball left side. Tulowitzki gloves it. Throw on to first will be in time, and now the Tigers are down to their final out. In now, Jose Iglesias. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. 2 out, nobody on. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays have held serve here at home. They take games 1 and 2 of this series as this one is over. And boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door.